Hey, what's happening YouTube? Rod J back to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Going to take a look at one tonight that comes in from Boulder Brewing Company. This is a honey de Saison. So this is actually a Saison farmhouse ale. Comes in at 11.5% ABV, 25 IBU. As you can see, a nice big 22 ounce bottle here. So hopefully I don't get too much of a buzz before I go to bed tonight. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get that baby open and see what that one tastes like. And Boulder Beer Company, if you're not familiar with them, are out of Boulder, Colorado. I've had a few of their beers in the past, and they seem to always make a pretty good product. If you get a chance, check them out. But I'm going to actually use a pint glass here for this beer. That's a pretty good pour, we can say. About two, maybe 2 to 3 fingers of head that came out. Has a nice little bit of a haze on there, a little bit of cloudiness. Let's see if that clears up a little bit. The head is a just off-white head. Actually has a nice amount of carbonation taking place. When you get it to the light, you're looking at a nice, what I would consider amber color beer. Definitely like that sunset type orange yellow. Out of the light, you kind of still hold that color, but as you can see, you can't get anything really through it, so not much clarity at this moment. Go ahead and check the aroma. As imagined, you have a lot of that honey coming out. You have basically a little bit of a toffee, a tint of a little bit of a sour note on the back end. Definitely getting a little bit of a yeast smell and also kind of some of the esters coming out of this one. But overall, outside of that, kind of a neat smelling beer. So there you have the head. Now it's down to less than half a finger. You can already see some of the lacing it's leaving behind. The cloudiness is still hanging in on the glass. As far as the taste, the initial taste is a very big taste of sweetness. I mean, really a super dose of the honey on here. That honey goes right to the front half of the tongue. A little bit of bitterness on the tongue as well. But just on the initial taste, on the back end, it goes down pretty easy. You have like a crisp break there. You do get a good amount of duration. The flavors are kicking around the mouth very nicely. I do feel it getting some up into the cheeks. Tasting a little bit of the alcohol coming through. Definitely a full body beer, but it has a refreshing quality on the back end. A little bit of an astringency, but you do have like a puckering sensation at the end too. So it does have a little bit of that kind of aftertaste in play. And the more you drink down, the more you start to get that alcohol coming through. So definitely one of the sweeter Saisons I've ever had. That honey does really overtake the flavor. I think with this one, it may push it too much. Now, I don't have a date on the bottle, and these are actually no longer in production, so I don't know when the last date was. There's no date on here outside of just saying 2015 on the bottle. Now, this is one I think that if you're going to drink it, a 22 ounce would be one that you probably would want to share. I think drinking on the whole bottle, the sweetness may get to you a little bit. For most people, they may not want to have it that sweet for that long period of time. I do like the sensation that you do get in the kind of the cheeks area, where you can feel the pucker in some of the lips from the flavor, but also you kind of have a little bit of that sensation inside the mouth too. Take a look at the glass. You actually now can see some of the lacing taking place that's being left behind. So very nice beer as it breaks down. Still got about 1/4 finger of head left. Overall, it's an okay beer. Is it one that I would probably go out to hunt down? Probably not. Definitely glad I had a chance to try it, to check it out. I do like some of the beers that do feature honey, but I think this one takes it to a different level. I think it does maybe a little too much on it, and it kind of takes away from the hops and even some of the malts in that because it becomes so overwhelming with the honey. Not a terribly bad beer at all by any means. I think that for me, how I would rate a beer like this, I'm going to actually give this one I'm going to give it a C+. I think there's enough with it to make it stand out in its own kind of uniqueness, but I don't know if everybody's going to want to finish a whole bottle of these, especially if it's like a 22 ounce bottle. But it is something that if you were going to do something like, say, a flight of beers, it wouldn't be a bad one to have something like this on your palate as a little bit of a difference maker. But if you like honey beers, give it a shot. I don't know if you've had this one or not out there, but if you have, let me know what you think of. Again, is a honey of a Saison from Boulder Beer Company. Let me know. Put some comments in the comment section if you've had this one before. But for me, it's an okay beer, just not one I'm going to probably seek down and go after again. As far as the beer itself, really didn't clear up. Still got a little bit of cloudiness there. So there you go. Well, appreciate you swinging by. Check out another video. If you like what you saw, please make sure to hit that like button. Of course, if you haven't subscribed yet, just hit subscribe to stay up to speed on other videos as they are released. I appreciate you taking some time to spend with me as I check out another beer. I look forward to see you on the next video. Keep drinking good craft beer. Cheers.